Hi, this is Mark Wallstrom. Welcome to another edition of Speaking of Settlements, a featured broadcast here on the Legal Broadcast Network. Well, today I'm going to be discussing the issue of structured legal fees and the impending fiscal cliff, one of the most overused analogies in all of the financial and legal press right now is the fiscal cliff. What it is we've got certain tax rate issues that are going to change dramatically absent any action by Congress. What's going to happen is anybody's guess, but at this point, I think the one thing we can all agree on is that income tax rates for the highest earners, people who earn over $250,000, are not going to go down. They're probably going to go up, which coupled along with the Obama care tax of 3.8% that's going to be taxed on all income starting in 2013, increased state tax rates, most notably in California, that's gone up to 13.3%. Many of our attorneys who get large chunks of money, personal injury attorneys, trial lawyers tend to get large chunks of money when cases settle. Your income is going to be taxed at the highest rate. The other bad news is that one of the biggest issues that's being negotiated right now is the elimination of deductions the more money you make. So many of the deductions that have been out there, whether they're qualified plans, whether it's mortgage deductions, business expenses, many of those are going to be capped as to how much you deduct, so the amount of money that's going to be subject to the highest marginal rate is probably going to go up as well. So what can you do about this? Well, one of the things is you can still structure your legal fees. And the good news is that there are a variety of new options out there. We're all familiar with structured legal fees using a structured settlement annuity done at the time of settlement. But what a lot of attorneys are not aware of is that many cases where you're getting large fees, mass torts, multi-claimant cases, BP cases are a perfect example, where you can, if properly constructed and using a professional to design it, you can use a qualified settlement fund to collect your fees, aggregate them, and then structure your fees out of them. Now, what is the advantage of structuring your fees? Well, the fact is you can spread your payments out over many years. What this does is it's not a tax avoidance scheme. You're still going to have to pay taxes on this money. But the difference is that you can take it and spread it out into 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. And the idea being is you push yourself into a lower tax bracket or you lessen the tax hit, plus you put 100% of your money to work in some sort of an investment. Now, most people are familiar with the traditional structure, but the fact is that there has been an increase in the variety of products, and there's going to be even more products in 2013 using offshore private label products that will allow people to structure their income. So you don't have to just use a structured annuity anymore. You're going to see an increase in financial products that will have some sort of equity base or pooled trust or investments that can get you a higher rate of return. You're going to have a variety of people coming to you with these. I always tell people, I said, if you're presented with a deal, call our firm and we'd be happy to vet it for you, run it by our compliance and see whether or not it's a good deal for you. But the bottom line is that you don't just have to go with a fixed rate structure, and that's good news. So the good news and bad news of the financial cliff for attorneys, your tax rate is almost certainly going to go up. The amount of your income that's going to be exposed to the highest rate of income is almost certainly going to go up. But you're going to have tools using structured legal fees, using qualified settlement funds, and some of the alternative new products that are coming out that will allow you to spread this income out over time, hopefully push it into a lower tax bracket, and additionally, using some of the newer products, have investment level or investment pooled trusts that are paying this money out over a period of time. Now, there'll be a whole other series we're going to be doing on structured legal fees once we know exactly what is going on with the fiscal cliff and the tax negotiations. We have some certainty. But I can promise you that if you can take any money in 2012, you should. If you can't avoid it and money's coming in 2013, you really should be talking to us, or if you have somebody else that you do deal with, to discuss to even out and level out your income using structured legal fees, and using it to lower that tax hit, to smooth out your cash flow, and have the opportunity to do responsible financial planning. Trial lawyers are one of the few professions, if not the only professions, that can avail themselves of this opportunity, and you really need to talk to a settlement professional and your tax advisor to determine whether or not this makes sense for you. Thanks for listening today. This is kind of an abbreviated edition. We'll have a lot more on this whole topic of structured legal fees in a few weeks. In the meantime, enjoy the holidays, and we hope it's a happy New Year's for you. And no matter what happens with the financial cliff and the fiscal cliff and the tax negotiations, we'll be here in 2013 to help you sort through it. I'm Mark Wallstrom. Thanks again for joining us on Speaking of Settlements. We'll see you again next week.